Well, hello. My name's Roger Hershey, and I'm on staff at Penn State with Campus Crusade. And I'm going to take just a couple minutes and tell you about life options and let you know what it's all about and invite you to come join us. To introduce this conference, you need to understand the heart of your Campus Crusade staff that's behind this weekend. Our heart is that we love and care about you as juniors and seniors. We know you're about to make a decision about what you're going to do with your life. And our desire is that you're able to graduate and pursue a vocation which will use your passions, your gifts, your strengths, enable you to fit into what God is doing around the world in a way that you can wake up every morning and you can say, man, I love what I do. And we want to help you think through that decision because it's a big one. And we also, as Crusade staff, we share God's heart for the world and His heart to extend His glory and His gospel to the whole world. Jesus talked about Himself being sent over 40 times in the gospel. John, he talked about the Father having sent Him. And then He said to the disciples, just like the Father sent me, I'm sending you. And we want to help you as a senior know that when you graduate, you are following the Lord and you're being sent out to be a part of what God is doing all over the world in a way that fits who you are. And that's kind of what Life Options Weekend is all about. It's a weekend for you to get away from all the distractions that normally you have on campus, hear really good speakers, get in on seminars, hear about needs and opportunities where you could serve Christ, and use that weekend to help you along in the process of making a decision. Because I know for many of you, you may have 2 or 3 good options about what you're going to do with your future, and perhaps you experience what I've often experienced, and that is the paralysis of analysis. You've analyzed your decision back and forth over and over again, and you're willing to do whatever the Lord wants you to do, but you're having a hard time deciding what is it you should do. Or maybe some of you have caught in that trap of you're just kind of floating along, and your decision you're going to make is going to be more of a default decision than it is a thought-through, having evaluated all the possibilities kind of decision. And our heart for you as staff is not to make it just a default kind of passive decision, but to make one that's arrived at through actively pursuing perspective and opportunities and needs around the world and seeing how you fit in. So we want to invite you to come. We think it's going to be great. And sometimes people say, well, now is this weekend all about just Campus Crusade staff and being an intern? And what if I don't feel called to Crusade staff? Well, I want to say this in summary about life options. One, it's designed for any junior and senior, no matter what your calling is, to better help you think through and evaluate how do I make a decision. Now, we are going to unapologetically invite you to consider Campus Crusade, staff, and internship. We're going to tell you about opportunities we have in the campus ministry, in our regional office, national office. But it's with a view toward the reality that some of you indeed would really fit well on Campus Crusade staff. It would be a great calling for you. For others, it's not your calling. In fact, you'd be disobedient to come on staff with Crusade because God is calling you to something else, something more specific in the marketplace, in some other type of ministry. This weekend will help you no matter what your calling is, no matter how God is sending you. And so we think it'd be great for any junior and senior. So that's it. I want to invite you to come to Life Options. I think it'd be wonderfully helpful to you. See ya.